As we come on the air this afternoon, Shelby County now under a state of emergency. County Mayor Lee Harris making the declaration as MLGW works to turn power back on for thousands of customers across the area. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us at 5.
Well, the utility company saying it will be days before some customers get their lights back on. And right now, about 50,000 customers are still without power. Now, with the emergency declaration, a day center will open in Millington. That's at the Baker Community Center at 7942 Church Street from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now, AT&T locations in most areas are allowing people to recharge their devices if you need it.
Well, in this 90-degree heat, people are looking for some relief out there. Stephen Reels is at a cooling center in Cordova with an update on MLGW crew work.
Rudy and Pepper, the struggle is far from over. Right now, there's a little over 47,000 MLGW customers who still don't have power, and this is getting on a lot of people's nerves because the doors at cooling centers like this, they close, and no one wants to be at home when those hot temperatures hit.
Frustrated is probably the nicest word I would use.
2 days without power and air conditioning, Eunice Osby is one of over 120,000 MLGW customers left in the dark by Sunday's severe weather.
It's never happened like this before.
Now many are turning to cooling centers like the Memphis Public Library in Cordova to work, charge up their phones, and beat the heat. Some preparing for what could be a long time before they go home.
Me and my mother and my nephew were actually checking into a hotel because it's just too hot. It's unbearable. I booked the room till Friday, so hopefully by then it's back on. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Stevens is waiting for her lights to come back on and figuring out if she'll be able to replace the food she's lost.
I had to throw away everything in my refrigerator. My refrigerator is leaking from the bottom because there's nothing I can do about it because there's no power.
In a news conference today, MLGW President and CEO Doug McGowan said the utility has restored over half of the outages and is hopeful the hardest hit areas like Wolf Chase will be back to normal soon.
We anticipate to get all of that back in exactly the order it was before will probably take 2 days.
And added, those on SNAP benefits can apply for food replacement through the state's website. However, when everything will be fully restored remains unclear.
I want folks to know that the bulk of customers will be restored in just a few days. There may be some that linger to the end of this week and into the weekend. We're going to get as many people on as we can, and so that is our focus of main effort.
And even if you aren't on SNAP benefits, there may still be a way you can get your food replaced. All you have to do is call your insurance provider to see if you qualify. Live in Cordova, I'm Stephen Reels.
Stephen, thank you.